for the team title. Oregon, 4-point lead over Arizona State that has a 5-point lead over the University of Southern California. Arizona out of it as far as winning the team title in fourth with 90. Lots of different mathematical scenarios in play here in this 4x400, but the best we can do is that we expect that USC is likely to win this race, at least on paper. As you can see, Arizona State, the Pac-10 meet record from a few years ago. If the Trojans win this race and get the 10 points, Oregon has to finish at no worse than 7th in order to hold them off, but the real wild card is Arizona State, who will start in lane 4. If they were at 100% strength, and they aren't because of Dominic Peterson, you could probably figure that they would finish 2nd and get 8 points. That would force Oregon to finish in 5th, but they are missing Dominic Peterson, and now Washington comes into the scenario, not from a standpoint of the team title, but maybe as a 2nd place finisher on paper to USC in the 4x400. Are you confused yet? Because we certainly are.
It's gut check time for the University of Oregon. They have 4 runners that really aren't that good, but they're running for a team championship. This isn't Matt Scherer, Jordan Kent, Ketter, and Nico anymore. These are 4 guys, none of whom are particularly good quarter milers. So now it comes down to who wants it most.
Oregon in 3, Arizona State in 4, USC in 5, Washington in 6. They will be in their lanes all the way around this first lap, and then through the first full turn for the 2nd leg runner. Then they will break for the pole at the top of the backstretch.
And it's freshman Nate Anderson for USC. He's the Oregon State high school record holder, and he will be handing off to Dwayne Solomon, who was 2nd in the 800 behind Ryan Brown. And of course, Ryan Brown will be running 3rd leg for Washington. Washington, Dwight, really could win this if USC falters. We have to see where Oregon's going to pass off, but Oregon's probably going to pass off in exactly the place that they have to finish no worse than 7th, depending on how Arizona State does.
Well, we'll see how it shifts itself out after they've run this full turn in lanes when they make the baton pass. And USC appears to be in front. Arizona State, UCLA is also there. Washington is in 4th. Oregon well back, probably in 6th or 7th currently.
All right, 47-7 for Nate Anderson of USC. Dwayne Solomon moving in on the inside, and you can see UCLA, we didn't expect much from, but this is Brandon Johnson, who won the 400 hurdles in this meet earlier, and you can see Washington right there in 4th. Arizona State, game in 3rd, which is critical. Oregon in 8th right now. So Oregon
in 7th, and they need to improve upon that to lock this thing up, as
they just moved into 7th.
Dwayne Solomon is about to hand off in 1st place, then UCLA, then Arizona State, Washington, but up into 5th is Oregon.
That was one heck of a leg by Chad Barlow of Oregon.
In 3 places in the final straightaway. Now, can Oregon hold it? Because if they stay right here in 5th place, it's all over. But up in the front, it is USC, and then UCLA, Arizona State.
And Arizona State's running Kevin Love, who's already run the 100 and 200 in this meet. And meanwhile, for Washington, watch Ryan Brown, the 800-meter champion. Ryan Brown making a move on Arizona State's Kevin Love.
Sean Cunningham leading the Trojans.
And a good leg for Washington State here, too, Dwight. That's J.C. Robertson, who came off a leg from John Castleman. Oregon fading a little bit.
USC hands off with about a 7-meter lead. Then it's UCLA, Washington, Arizona State, and then Oregon back and the remaining in 5th place. If they finish there, it doesn't matter what happens in front of them. Washington into 2nd place, but this is USC's race to lose. Only a drop baton or an injury of some kind will keep the Trojans from winning this. Washington making a move, UCLA, and then Arizona State. Oregon being passed for 5th on the far turn.
And Oregon now, they're trying to hang on here. Washington State moving up. This is Lionel Larry, who ran 44.74. Meanwhile, Arizona State now moving up. Jimmy Gordon running a tremendous leg here for the Sun Devils. They're moving into 3rd, but Oregon's going to win this track meet. They're going to win this track meet, and they may have even taken 4th in that race.
The worst they finished there is 5th. They may have gotten 4th, and it laid out pretty much the way we thought it would. USC winning it. Washington then 2nd. Oregon up to 5th, maybe 4th. It is all over. The Ducks win the men's title. And the final results of that men's 4x400, USC wins it easily over Washington and Arizona State. So now, with everything in, 21 events contested, Oregon wins it by 3 points. And because of that gutty run by the Ducks in that final race, Arizona State second by 3, then USC in third by 1. A very tight finish, but Oregon pulls it off. And Coach Vin Lanana is downstairs with Lindsay.
Coach, a lot of people would consider this an upset. Several people talking about USC and ASU coming into this. How were you able to pull off the win?
Hey, that was a fantastic team effort from every event. My hat goes off to every single event area, the sprinters, the hurdlers, the throwers, the distance runners. What a fantastic performance. Yes, we were the underdogs, and even the form charts I had didn't think we could pull it off. It was a fabulous performance.
What does this say about Oregon track this year?
Oregon track is very exciting. Everything's coming back. It's a fabulous place to be, and we're enthusiastic about the future.
Coach, congratulations.
Great Pac-10 meet all the way around. Great teams.
It certainly was that. Guys, back to you.
Well, Tom, again, the Pac-10 meet, so great, but the team title on the men's side, very exciting, coming back to the final event.
Well, you have to give Greg Kraft great credit on the women's side for Arizona State and pulling another victory out. And Vin Lanana somehow always does it, whether it's Stanford or Oregon, he pulls it out for his teams.
For our great Fox crew and Lindsay Soto and Tom Fuhr, I'm Dwight Stones. Hope you enjoyed it. So long from Stanford.